elegant, it's so beautiful. Like, you can't help but feel at peace.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Highly Reactive. Lee J and Stan is our names, and we are again listening to an amazing artist called Nightwish, and I can't wait for this. Honestly, with Sway, I'm sure they're going to sway us like they sway the audience. They've got a massive, tremendous amount of skill, and you just don't know what you're going to get. And so far, this new Yesterwind album has been just amazing. So thank you for your recommendations to get us back here again.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, so the new album is actually called Yesterwind. We've been saying wind, Yesterwind. We do apologize. Well, actually, Yesterwind, like rewind. But I have to admit, I do love the new vibe. Man, appreciation. So thank you for those comments. That do correct us on our wicked ways. But remember, when you do leave those lovely comments, hashtag Nightwish support to the original artist. And if at any point you enjoy myself, Legion, then make sure you like it, sub it, love it. I'm excited for this. I feel good.
Because you just don't know what you're going to get. Apart from beautiful.
Oh.
Child of mankind, of yesterwind, sway away the world.
We'd have found out.
A grateful soul, never needed much, emanate the heavens through your touch. Sway over the mountain tops or over the swaying crops, adorn your garden with a perfect day. Sway over the discontent, ghost stories in a tent, your house lands on the witch, see yourself. It has begun to snow again in this perfect village. Oh.
I honestly just think they've upped their game tremendously, like in this new album. I really do think Yesterwind is just fabulous. They've got this opera, like I said, we've said before, like an opera. They've gone more towards that in this one. I think that's so great about an artist. You know, I think, you know, it's very brave, but at the same time, it's great because it's not just, oh, we're going to do this album and then the next album's going to be the same. The next album's going to be the same. It's just going to be different lyrics and like a different, you know, way with us merging the instruments. They've really gone all out, I find, to bring this sort of opera, symphonic metal to the really forefront of this. And it's such a beautiful way. And me and Stan are a sucker for a man and a woman singing at the same time. It is just such a great, tranquil feeling. I love it, mate. This album has been great so far.
You're right, Lee J, mate. Absolutely like that. You took the words right out of my mouth there. Like the man and female duet is just absolutely beautiful. And I tell you something, they couldn't have done it in a more perfect way. I'm really loving the music to this. And it's just that sort of joint poetry that they're doing together. Absolutely. The melody is just so catchy. It's so elegant. It's so beautiful. Like, you can't help but feel at peace. And when I say that, it's crazy because like the last music video, we've got all these statues and they're all like a lot of faces of torment and sort of, you know, and it's, you know, which is sad. Yeah. And I'll tell you something. Yeah. But it's strange because it's just the lyrics are absolutely beautiful. The music as well. I feel at peace. Love it. I really love it. I love it.
Yeah, I feel the same as you. At peace.
It has begun to snow again in this perfect village. Oh, the birds have flown, the birds have blown, where you rest your worn out wings. Sway over the mountain tops,
I love this bit.
The swaying crops, adorn your garden with a perfect day.
Oh.
Sway over the discontent, ghost stories in a tent, your house lands on the wind, see yourself.
Wow. Oh.
Some stories heal and some will scar. The big reveal awaits in awe. The big reveal awaits us all.
Oh, flipping hell, man. I need a break.
I know, Lee J, mate. I tell you something, mate. I do like how even like on a gentle song like this one, that they still do change up their melodies. They still change up like the sort of the music. They add in these extra elements. Like there, we got like a nice, beautiful uplift of that classical, gentle fantasy style music, and it just really suited the scene. I tell you something, Nightwish. Like I'm intrigued, and I do actually have a question. Like who wrote the lyrics to this song, or like most of the lyrics to the Yesterwind? Like was it a member of the band? Because I know Thomas writes some he writes some great lyrics. Like Flora Jansen herself. But I'm intrigued about who's been the main lead of the artistry behind the lyrics on this, because it's absolutely just poetic genius, man. Poetic
Yeah.
genius.
I mean, in a lot of albums, you use like band members that'll come up forward with this. Oh, I've got this idea, but because they're quite similar in the way they're sort of themed, I wonder if it is somebody taking the lane for. Yeah, I tell you what, I've got two feelings of this one as well, right? And like sometimes this is what's so beautiful about music, like Nightwish, is that they can make you feel things like like your memory and the brain starts like of all the stuff that you can remember. Like a little bit of me then was thinking we've been recently listening to Sleep Token, and it was just the way it was spinning around a little bit of the character of the boy that looking in anguish. A lot of Sleep Token's videos do that, and I sort of went, it reminds me of Sleep Token. And then with the flower there, I believe it looked like a rose. I may have like missed it for a very simple second. Just remind me of Beauty and the Beast, sort of with the clock in the background. It sort of gave me that sort of vibe. And this is what like Nightwish does. It doesn't, they can have such a meaning to the song and what it actually means. And somebody might be able to put in the comments go, no, this is what they actually meant by this song. This is what it represents. That's brilliant and well done for knowing. But I think what's so special about bands like this is that you can feel what you want to feel by listening to the song. It doesn't matter. What matters is you enjoy it and you take a surplus from what you believe in. And like, I love that sort of Beauty and the Beast nostalgia there, a bit like Sleep Token, another band. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, I see. But again, the main thing is it's Nightwish and it's amazing.
The big reveal awaits us all. The big reveal. The big reveal awaits us all.
Death.
Smart.
What about Sway? Oh! Completely transferred. I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, like Stan said earlier, like how they just switched the melody, changed the music up a little bit. Just look what they've just done then. They completely grasped us in. Obviously, I may have switched on. Personally, what I'm seeing at the moment is like that big reveal being death. We're all waiting for it. I'm trying to think of how sway that goes into it is like how you sway your life. I don't know. But what we can see is, people waiting for that big reveal. There's two things guaranteed in life, as they say in a quote, which is taxes and death. But one thing is definitely death. And as much as that's a horrible way to think of it, if you change that perspective, it's like enjoy the time before the big guarantee. Every moment counts. And I feel that when I watch this video, it may not be exactly what they're trying to say, but I feel like it make every single moment. The big reveal is going to come one day. Oh, thank you. And you're going to pass on, or you're going to, whatever you believe in, whatever happens after. But enjoy every single moment. And Nightwish, I think that's what you're saying to me. Definitely.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? I definitely got the revelation of death there. That's not the word. Realization of death there. I think it's, the big reveal waits us all. But when I think of like death and I think of the word sway, this might be my sick mind, but I just can't help think of a noose, because once they fall, they sway from side to side. Now, that's probably got absolutely no relevance.
I thought they
to the
swing.
song. No, they don't swing, do they? They just sway. It's just a gentle sway, and like.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, because they just sort of spin. But that's probably no relevance. It's probably just our sick minds just playing at work here. But I tell you something, mate, like the drums that they brought in there reminded me quite a lot of their song they did, The Islander, which is actually like one of my up there's one of my Nightwish songs. I absolutely love that song. So I'm loving that they sort of bring those sort of almost like Nordic drums into it, and it feels like a very Viking sort of style. And I love that shit, mate. I love it. Goes well with the fantasy vibe.
100%. It's all like they're trying to get to death or buy time, sway time.
Sway over the mountain tops.
Oh, they've slowed it down a bit. Right, I'm gonna bring this up because
I think you're
So I'm guesstimating about the video, yes, of course, but and I hope I've probably missed it in the comments if anyone has stated this, but I was thinking about the last music video we did, which was the mechanism, the hair mechanism. Yeah, that one. And it's at the beginning, I believe I saw some sort of eclipse event. Like when they're all looking up, it looks like an eclipse. And again, we're seeing it here in Yesterwind in Sway. And I'm just trying to think, is there a theme to it? You know, they're talking about in this version, they're talking about how they're, you know, pretty much you're counting your time to death. They're almost like they were reaching for time. Maybe they were like trying to clamber up to try and get that extra time. We're all trying to fight for extra time on this planet Earth. And I really think there's so much more behind it. And Nightwish is taking us on a journey. Now, I hope no spoilies, no soch. I would love to find out by listening to all the music. Because something in our plan is to react to the Nightwish album, Yesterwind. But I'm feeling that vibe. We've got the eclipse there, and I don't know if they're trying to say something like that is the end, goes dark, it covers, you know, the sunlight is gone. I don't know, but I'm starting to get that vibe. And the way the music is played as well, like we said, it's got the sorrow, it's got the anguish, it's got the serenity, but at the same time, it's got beauty and it's got like hope, like painted and molded around it. So far, loving it in Sway. Loved it. The only thing I could say is that chorus, that hook was catchy as anything, mate. It was just the way they did that. Boom, ba 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 da da da. It was just, yeah, loved it, mate.
Yeah, and that's what we're loving about Nightwish's new album. It gets us thinking. It gets us thinking about the bigger picture. For me, obviously, they were climbing up that sort of mountain, and then the top guy had the rose being a symbol of death, and I think it was like, you know, the time running out, and we're all living in such terror in the moment because they all had like faces of distraught. We're all living in war and destruction and bitchiness that we just gotta like say, hey, what are you playing at? You know, you've only got one go round. Enjoy it. Be good to another. Like, I feel like that's like the sort of the deep message upon this, you know, and as life coaches that we are, like, we absolutely love positive messages, and we love it when our brains get engaged to like think along with this sort of stuff. I mean, it was just that, again, what I've seen a lot with Yesterwind's album from Nightwish is it is just poetry after poetry. It's like they've just written a poetry book, put some beautiful music in. Us, the Nightwish army, are absolutely bloody loving it. So yeah, again, another Nightwish song which I absolutely bloody adore. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy our reaction/review and you want to see more Nightwish here in the future, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the old subscription, and ring that notification bell as well for highly reactive reactions. And thank you as well for giving us so much of your time. It's been a pleasure, hasn't it, Lee J?
It really has. Ladies and gentlemen, we are listening to your comments. Thank you for the recommendations. Obviously, as we just started recording, we were like, oh, Sway's just come out. So literally 3 hours after we're doing the recording. That's why we haven't got to your probable recommendations. So keep them going. It's not that we're ignoring them. It's just this came out as we started. So don't forget also to leave hashtag Nightwish down in the comments and leave recommendations, like I said. We are highly reactive, baby.
You are highly amazing, baby.